right, man. I think we can get into the battle. It's battle time. So why don't you let our listeners know here as you're getting set up, and I'm going to get set up as well. What was the concept that we came up with this round for the battle?
Well, it's sort of a clash of our philosophies on Snap, because you tend to enjoy chaos, Quake and Legion and things like that, and I noticed that I tend to shy away from it, even with my discard decks, not wanting to play Moon Knight and liking Blade a whole lot more when he no longer destroys a random card. As much as I like having Moon Knight and Hellcow in the game, I don't like letting them or Swordmaster pick which card gets discarded for me.
Okay.
So I prefer Order, and you enjoy Chaos. So I tweaked it a couple times. I tried to get cards that represented Order, or just overall leave me in as much control as I can be of what's happening in the game. You can do stuff to mess me up. The cards can do stuff to mess me up. But these are all cards that are intended to, when I put them down, I know what they're supposed to do.
Okay.
Or
all right.
that help me know what's going to happen. So I went through a couple variations on this, but also just because I always have to name my decks, I named this one Dr. Fate because he's the representation of the forces of order in DC Comics. And he has the best headgear in all of comics.
That is undeniable. What you just listened to Evan rattle off exactly what he put behind his. So mine's the opposite. There's some bit of randomness to every single card. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos versus Order. Let's see who the victor shall be.
All right, our first location is Nova Roma, so we're each going to draw an extra card. All right, I know who I'm starting out with.
So I'm going to have to ask you about this card here in a second. I don't know if that's random anymore.
Yeah, it is a lower, it is the lowest cost, but you never know. So you took Blade out of my deck with Yondu, and meanwhile I played Quicksilver, one of the most orderly cards, because you always know when you're going to get him.
That's true.
And he's on the second location, which turned out to be Castle Blackstone. And since I'm winning 2-0 there, I get +1 energy. Now I got to decide who I want to send out to see Jesse next. And okay, it's actually not a hard decision. All right. Oh, Scarlet Witch. There's some chaos magic right there, turning Castle Blackstone into Elysium. And I've got Daredevil, who will allow me to see who Jesse plays on turn 5, thus minimizing chaos.
Indeed. Wow, sirs. What are we going to do here? Okay.
This combination is not as good as I had hoped.
Fisk Tower, I don't know if you said this already or not, but Fisk Tower ends up being the third location. I got you. When a card moves here, afflict it with -4 power. So any movers.
Jesse, you know I don't see Fisk Tower.
That's true. By the way, I do like how they allow us to undo the end turn now.
Yes, that is an excellent addition. All right, Jesse adds Lockjaw. A lot of randomness there on Fisk Tower. And I've got Howard the Duck, who lets me see the next card coming, giving me even more control, allegedly. And then Colleen Wing, who discards, but always discards the lowest cost card. And then I drew the card that's the reason I had Colleen Wing in here in the first place. So just goes to show that even when you're in control, it doesn't always help. All right.
Let's go ahead and let's make things interesting.
Leech. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was thinking of retreating, but let's make it interesting.
So I
have I mean the cards didn't come up in the order I wanted, but I have I'm gonna go ahead and retreat.
Oh,
maybe I shouldn't have.
I legioned Elysium, which cost 1 less, all 3 locations. So all of our cards would have cost. I had 3 cards sitting in my hand that cost 0. Actually 4, and then one one Doc Ock that cost 2.
I had 2 zeros, and then one that was down to 3. But I all the cards did exactly what I wanted them to do, but they did not come up the order you draw them in. Can't
oh goodness! You can't control the order over there.
You can a little bit.
Your order deck is not in order. You're out of order.
Yes, I'm out of order. Okay, but I can control the first card I get, and it's Quicksilver here again. Meanwhile, you've got Spider-Ham.
Oh, that's great.
West base, who just pigged Giganto, so now I can put him wherever I want.
That does not help. Again, chaos ensues, and I do not. Shoot.
Yeah, I did not put cards that affect your hand in here because I don't know what they are.
Very, very strict.
I didn't play
you stuck to the
anything,
theme.
and Yondu took out Howard the Duck. Yeah, basically it just let me give in to my worst impulses and paranoia. Okay, yeah, this these cards are not coming up in the order I need them. I know exactly what they'll do, but okay, so we got the Abbey as the second location and Death's Domain as the third location. Whatever you play there gets destroyed. So I put a second card on the Abbey. Now everything got shuffled around, and my second card on the Abbey, Daredevil, is destroyed because Jesse quaked them.
I love it. Welcome back.
Jesse's winning Los Diablos base on the left, 4-0. We're tied 2-2 on Death's Domain, and 0-0 on the Ruins, which Los Diablos base took out. It had been the Abbey. Yeah. I even played this deck, and it didn't do too bad, but it's not doing too good right now.
Chaos is winning the day so far.
It is. Let's see. So here's Silk, a chaotic card, and Maximus. So Jesse doesn't know just what cards he let me draw. Pretty chaotic, if you ask me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but actually, Jesse, you helped me out a little. I appreciate that.
No. Don't mean to be doing that.
So I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to play that, and then I may as well play that. Wait,
how many cards you playing? 3?
3, yes. Okay, there's Doc Ock. Oh, this could be bad. No. Actually, it could be worse.
Oh.
Okay, so Doc Ock pulled Scar and Iron Man onto the Ruins, and then Black Knight joins them, so that gives me 34 there. And Lady Sif will discard the pig, and since Black Knight's out there, now I've got a 4-cost, 14-power Ebony Blade in my hand. Spoiler. Oh, no! And Blade just discarded it.
Yes!
Chaos triumphs over order once again.
Oh, my goodness.
But
wow, what are we
I'm actually
here?
I'm still feeling good enough to snap. Because with the cards I have left, I know exactly what they'll do. My method versus Jesse's madness. What's he going to do? But while he's thinking, I'm winning 8-4 at Los Diablos base. Jesse's winning 7-2 since Silk dropped into Death's Domain. And thanks to the party Jesse invited everybody to with Doc Ock, I've got a 34-16 lead on the Ruins, where Iron Man has doubled up Cage, Black Knight, and Scar. And I was going to play the indestructible Ebony Blade on Death's Domain, but Blade took it out because I just had to get 3 more points. That was not the card Blade was supposed to be discarding.
I've got to retreat. I can't do it.
Man. But
I know.
Well, here's what you would have seen. Dakin was going to appear, and then Colleen Wing was immediately going to discard his Muramasa shard to double his power.
Nice.
So that would have given me 20 at Los Diablos base.
Nova Roma is our first location. We all got to draw a card.
And I think the card I drew was the Black Knight, who I played on the middle location, which was revealed to be Xandar. So now Black Knight's worth 3 instead of 2. How about that? Nope. Okay. Follow the plan. Everything in order. So we'll go ahead and put Quicksilver out there, whereas Jesse gets Maximus to make me draw 2 more cards. Wow, this is okay. Now, all right. Third location is revealed to be Hala. After turn 4, destroy all cards controlled by the player losing here. I'm winning that location 2-0. In the middle, Jesse's up 7-3 on Xandar, and 0-0 in Nova Roma.
This is going to be bad.
Oh, Jesse plays Quake on Nova Roma. And it puts Hala in the middle where Jesse has the lead. Had the lead. It's now 6-6 with Luke Cage arriving there.
Hala.
I'm feeling a little risk averse here. Okay, yep, just as I thought, Jesse powers up Hala. Oh, but then changes it with Scarlet Witch, so I could have played there. I did not want to play the card that I was about to play there. It changes to White Palace, which gives us a copy of our opponent's highest cost card. Dakin arrives at Nova Roma, tosses a Muramasa shard into my hand, and Howard the Duck is there, who I played another time and didn't bother to look at what was coming next. Oh, man. And the Muramasa shard and the extra card from White Palace filled up my hand, so I didn't get the card that I would have drawn. Okay. Jesse adds Doc Ock at Nova Roma, and he's going to pull 1 more card in there, and it's Lady Sif, who, dagnabbit, Jesse. So Sif discards Iron Man, which gives me a 4-cost, 0-power indestructible Ebony Blade. Meanwhile, Colleen Wing arrives on Xandar. Oh, but at least Blade got rid of that ebony blade for me. So thanks, Blade. I mean, you didn't mess anything up that time. Blade was supposed to discard another card and give me a decent ebony blade there, and okay. Well, remind me to tell you what else your Doc Ock play did there.
Okay, all right.
But let's see if this works. So what Doc Ock did was eliminate the only spot I could have played the Giganto that I drew. But luckily, I had another card in my hand.
I've got to hope that chaos comes through here. Jeez.
Me too, because Legion I got from White Palace, so I'm changing everything to Xandar, which gives me a +4 on the left, where Jesse only has 3 cards, so I have to hope that's enough. Iron Man that you got for me.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, it's not good.
Yeah, come on. There we go.
Gosh.
Okay, so what happened is Jesse had a big lead at Xandar, and since Silk at the center Xandar, they're all Xandar now, thank you, Legion, and since Silk jumping over to Xandar, which would have given him the lead, except he played a card there, and Silk left, and the card Jesse played was Spider-Ham. So he had a +3 there, I had a +4, because I had 4 cards there, so I won the left Xandar 22-17. Jesse wins the middle Xandar 24-8. I win the right Xandar 19-6 and hit battle ready before I'm forced to give up.
I will say, if I would have laid Spider-Ham down first and then see, it all comes down to the order, I could have won.
Yeah, you just threw it around haphazardly. This chaotic way of playing, Jesse.
Jeez.
Fight you. Although I did win with the chaos. The chaos that Legion created certainly helped me.
It definitely helped you. Definitely.
All right. Mojo World is the first location. Jesse gets 102 points there by playing Iceman. And Quicksilver is at the second location for me, which is revealed to be the Savage Land. So now Quicksilver's there with some Raptors. Swell. All right. Jesse has 102 at Mojo World because whoever has the most cards gets +100 power, and he adds Yondu and Spider-Ham, taking out Howard the Duck and turning Dakin into a pig, which some of the women, and I guess men he's dated, would feel is an accurate description.
Okay. All
right. The third location is revealed to be the Sacred Timeline. Good idea. Not so great execution. I'm winning it 2-0 with Daredevil. My Raptors and Quicksilver are beating Jesse's Raptors 4-2. And I'm on the board at Mojo World.
Oh, no.
Jesse played Morph, who chaotically turned into Colleen Wing and discarded Scarlet Witch. So Jesse's winning 105-2 at Mojo World, trailing 4-2 at the Savage Land, and winning 4-2 in the Sacred Timeline. Okay, don't need that more, so let's do that. All right, now I've got 3 cards at Mojo World, and Jesse's got Spider-Man, who webs Black Knight away and fills up the Savage Land for me, where Jesse's now winning 7-6. I've got a Pig and Blade at Mojo World. Blade takes out Colleen Wing, who, let's be honest, was only there. Oh, but I had Black Knight, so. Okay. So in theory, I know what all my cards are going to do, but I don't always take advantage of that knowledge. So I'm waiting for Jesse to play so Daredevil's Radar Sense can tell me what he played. Okay. Oh, smart play there. I'll tell you now, Jesse's playing Doc Ock on the Savage Land where he can get 10 points without dragging in any cards. Not very chaotic, but a good play.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, and now I will add Iron Man to Mojo World. We have an equal number of cards, and I'm winning 14-5 now that Iron Man doubled up Blade and the Pig, which is a limited series that Marvel should put out soon.
Blade and the Pig.
Okay. I'd like to snap, but I don't feel confident enough. Think I can win? Oh, really? Okay. Well. So the question is, do I... Yeah, I'll write it out.
Oh, maybe here we go.
No, he wasn't bluffing. Plays Maximus on the Sacred Timeline. Oh, maybe not. No, I still have to win 2. No, what I did was win 1 instead of 0. So yes, no, I didn't even win the 1, did I?
You got Mojo World. Yeah.
So Silk bounced back and forth. I was briefly winning Mojo World 222-10, but when Silk bounced back after I played Sif on the Sacred Timeline, I won 22-10, but Jesse wins the Savage Land 17-6 and the Sacred Timeline 10-7. And I lost 4 cubes.
Yes,
and demonstrated live on audio my inability to think multiple moves ahead. because I believed that there was somehow a possibility I could win, even though that's not how math works. In this particular case, I'm not saying it's a mathematical certainty I'll fail. Our previous battles indicate that's not the case. But it's not looking good right now. It certainly
yeah. What do we got? You got 5. I've got 7.
Yes. Yeah. And we've got Westview, which will turn into a new location on turn 4. Pretty chaotic, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Mirror dimension, it's going to be one of 2 as I talk instead of pressing in turn. Quicksilver is on the middle location. Jesse didn't play anything. The middle location is deep space. Card text is disabled here, but Quicksilver doesn't need any card text after the first turn.
This will be interesting then. Okay.
All right. Jesse has Silk on Westview. I played
Aunt
nothing.
Maze.
Aunt Maze. Okay. So, Yep. I like this. Okay. See who's going to drop in an Aunt Maze, which is the underground spider base from Into the Spider-Verse rather than a place to get tea and wheat cakes. Although I'm sure she would bring them down there. Okay, Morph arrives at Westview and morphs into Luke Cage, sending Silk jumping over to Aunt Maze, where Dakin is waiting. And Dakin gets +3 to deep space, but I don't think that will prevent his power-up from happening. Okay. And Westview turned into the kiln, so this is the last turn we can play cards here, unless I decided that War Machine's an agent of order.
Wait.
I just said unless. I mean, if I have War Machine in my deck, I could play him and then play somewhere at the kiln. But I mean, does that card qualify as order? I don't know. Okay, I put Luke Cage in the kiln, and Jesse put Scarlet Witch there, who has turned it into Lake Hellas. And Iceman blasts one of my cards, increasing the cost, and gets tossed into deep space. So Jesse's winning there 10-9 and 7-4 at Lake Hellas. It's 0-0 at Aunt Maze, and I have no good options here.
Let's have some fun.
Well, I do know what that means. Okay, I don't know if this is a good idea. I should probably retreat, but...
Oh, boy.
He Legioned Aunt Maze, which I knew was coming. And then I played Sif on Aunt Maze, so... and Sif discarded the card that I was going to use. And then Daredevil appears in deep space, which is also Aunt Maze, so at least I got a +3 for both of them. Sif jumps over. So now, in the final turn, Jesse's winning 12-4 at the Aunt Maze on the left. I'm winning 17-5 at the Aunt Maze in the middle, and Jesse has a slight 7-5 lead at the third and final Aunt Maze. So,
well, okay.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Do I want to go for... Oh, heck. I'm going to snap. I feel good.
This could
so if I lose, this is over, but I would have only had
I'm going in too. I'm going too, buddy. Here we go.
Oh, I thought you snapped, but no, this is just on the high stakes one. All right, so for 5 cubes.
Here it is.
What are you going to do, Starcher? Spider Ham. Well, then it'll be up to whatever Jesse has in the middle. I can tell you that. He has Spider-Man. Oh, interesting. And he swings over to the left and pulls Quicksilver, so I'm going to win there. Well, no, not necessarily. Yondu arrives on the right, takes out Black Knight.
Oh, my gosh.
But Giganto arrives at the Aunt Maze on the left, giving me a 20-15 victory there. Silk jumps to the middle, but it's not enough to keep me from winning 15-10 there, and Jesse wins 13-5 at the Aunt Maze on the right. So things looked pretty dire, but now I have 5 cubes, and Jesse's got, is that 2? It's so small, it's hard to...
So I laid Spider-Man down on the middle. He must have got the bonus, though, because he's got an 8. I was expecting him to get moved and then moved again.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Well, he probably, I think my most right location was filled, so he had nowhere else to go but the left. So I think that's why he got that.
But he should have moved back to the middle, I would have thought.
I mean, that's what I was kind of hoping for.
Yeah, well.
All right, here we go.
Okay, Machine World is the first location. Jesse and I each played in the middle. He played Yondu, who takes out Black Knight, which renders a couple of my cards useless. Good. And then I played Quicksilver, and it's Asgard in the middle. After turn 4, whoever is winning here draws 2 cards. Yeah, well, all right, may as well. Play Blade on the unrevealed third location, who takes out Scar, but there's a reason for that. And Scarlet Witch turns Machine World into the Wakandan Embassy, giving all our cards in our hands a +2. The Icebox. Did I have the Icebox on my top 5 most
Hated
disliked locations because it should have been.
Oh man.
Okay, well that limits my options to Howard the Duck arriving in Asgard, and Jesse has Maximus on the icebox, which lets me draw a couple cards. I'll take it. All right, Quake arrives at the Wakandan embassy to shake things up. Just switches the icebox in Asgard, where Silk arrives, but leaves because Dakin's there. He does have that effect on people. But Jesse's leading Asgard 8-7, which lets him draw 2 cards. He's winning the icebox 7-4 and the Wakandan embassy 6-0. Looks like everything's coming up, Jesse. But
I'm hoping so.
Looks can be deceiving.
Come on, Chaos. Come on, Chaos.
Now Doc Ock's going to pull some... Don't you do it. Don't you... Okay. Oh, actually,
No!
I'll take that.
No!
A 16-point Giganto and Iron Man at the icebox, which is honestly the location I was ready to concede. And then Colleen Wing discards the Miramasa shard, which I thought you were going to pull out. So that'll double up Dakin.
Oh my gosh, that sucked.
Okay, so Jesse's winning 6-0 at the Wakandan embassy. I'm up 40-17 after Silk bounces back to the icebox. And 17-8 on Asgard.
Well, here it is, folks. I can only hope for
a little chaos.
Just a little chaos go my way here.
All right.
And I probably should not have.
Sif gives me a 7-6 lead at the Wakandan embassy. Oh, Jesse's got Spider-Man, and he's going to pull Giganto over, which gives Jesse the lead at the icebox, but he's trailing. Oh, what's it going to be? Morph?
Morph does nothing.
Anything in my hand.
Nothing.
I had nothing left in my hand for Morph to copy.
I knew it. I knew I should have never played him. Dang
If it makes you feel any better, if I hadn't discarded Luke Cage, you still wouldn't have won. Does that make you feel better?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. Oh my gosh.
Jesse's chaos has him, feeling excited and things looking good at the beginning, but slow and steady won the race, folks. Slow and steady and making just enough mistakes to not irrevocably damage myself. Let's not pretend that I had cards that represented order. Let's not pretend I played them in an orderly fashion all the time.
I will say that one of the things that I love about playing, crazy decks like this is you have no idea what's going to happen. And everything came down to the last turn.
I just realized I had Howard the Duck out there for most of that game and never once looked. I use him in a very specific deck, and I don't remember to use him when I'm not using that deck.
I had Iceman sitting back here. If I would have played Iceman instead of Morph and played it in a certain order, I would have won. That was fun. Congratulations, Evan Bevins. You have taken order to the top.
I just wanted to point out that you said if you had played Iceman and in the correct order, you would have won.
Yes, sir. Good game. Good game. Thanks a lot for joining us. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the next installment of Snap Material.